Hello, and how you doing today? Today is episode number 8 in the new and fired brass series. Today we're going to stay on new brass, and we're going to chamfer the necks lightly, anneal the brass, and then blow the crap out of them. So I know I've been away for a few days. Sometimes I get on rolls. I'll get out 2 or 3 videos in one day, other times once a week. So it'll at least be once a week. So bear with me. You know, I also have another life. So stay tuned and let's get on with this. Okay, so our first step, we're going to get on with annealing. Now, this annealer is made by Annealing Made Perfect. This is their annealer. This is the Mark II. I believe they have a newer model out since then. Now, of course, I have a complete video on this in the playlist, Equipment I Use. Now, I've had the propane type annealers, and I also had another induction annealer that had water lines on it, and that didn't work out. I spent the dough, and now I'm done and never have to worry about it. I'll get the same annealing on case after case after case. Okay, so I started her up. It's ready. Here's our rice tumbled brass. This is all nice and clean. It's not shiny like wet tumbling. But what I do is I have an air hose over there and an air sprayer, and I just blow them off just in case there's any minute granules of sand on there or whatever. So now that this is ready, this is so easy. I have this little pan here, and I have another one next to it, a bigger one, which you can't see. But I get 10 or so in there, and then I throw them into the other pan because this pan will heat up. So I know the code to this. It's already processed. And this is how simple it is. You drop it in, the red light comes on. Boom. That's done. Then I take it, and I just do that. And this also keeps a count up here of how many I've done. I've done 2. Now I know that these are all annealed exactly the same way. It's what I love about this. It costs dollars. Yes, it does. But one thing for sure, and pay attention to this, please, is you must anneal every time you reload it. There's a thing called work hardening, and it's like anything. If you take a piece of tin or a piece of metal and you put it in your hands and you bend it back and forth, eventually it's going to break, right? That is called work hardening. Now you want this brass to have the same hardness as every piece of brass, or softness, whatever you want it. Call it. So I'll roll through a couple fast here to show you how it is. It's rather boring, but that's it. Do not touch any of these pieces of brass. Do not. You will scorch your fingers. So there, I did 10 now, and what I do is I just take this and I dump it into that other one, which you can't see, and I'll start again. And by dumping into the other one without any hot ones in there, it also helps them cool down. Okay, now we're going to get to a real simple step. We're just going to lightly chamfer the inside of the necks on the brass. And there are two reasons I do this. You need to do this anyways, even if you don't do the step that I do. You need to chamfer them for bullet seating. But I size my brass. So I'm going to put that in this series. And the reason I size my brass is because my Short Action Customs modular sizing die does two things. It sizes the neck and then it pulls out. When it pulls out, there's an expander mandrel in there. So I like to get the necks as close to the right expansion diameter as I can, you know, on new brass. Even though we did anneal it, it should be very, very close. So this is real simple. And this tool, this inside neck chamfer tool, it came with this Lyman Case Express. I can get my hand out of the way. Just a real light chamfer. Then the next thing I do, when I'm done with that, is I got an air hose and a nozzle, and I put them in this EP Integrations loading block, which locks them in place. I've showed you how this works. And I just blow out all the shavings that might have been in there. See, that unlocks them, and that locks them. Okay, I will see you on the next video. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe with all notifications so you get notified when I release something new. Thank you.